Hey guys, Coach Ryan here. Wanted to go over the question that I get fairly often, and that is, how many days per week should I be working? Very specific question, and it can be answered a lot of different ways for each individual depending on their goals. There are competitors that need to be working out a lot more than some people, and then there are other people that are looking just to be able to move a little bit more, and they need to be less. But what I'm going to do today is just try to give you a broad, general answer to this question that should help everyone out that is looking for just overall better fitness, health, and well-being. Because there's definitely different spectrums of the scale of not working out enough, a nice optimal range of working out, and then actually overtraining. And I'm going to try to cover all of those. So the first thing to remember in any program is consistency is the key to it. So we must be consistent. Okay, because being consistent will equal success. Okay, so that's the first thing to that. Must be consistent in whatever we pick. Okay, so here at CrossFit Cager, we recommend a minimum of 3 days per week to see a favorable change to actually get healthier. So 3 days a week. Okay, and that actually works pretty well with how a normal calendar week works out. So if I was doing 3 days per week, I would set it up one of two ways. So if we're looking at Sunday as our beginning day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. Okay, always our Saturdays are off days, so we'll cross that right out. Now, days that you can exercise that I would recommend would be probably do a Sunday, a Tuesday, and a Thursday. And that works out really well because it gives you a rest day in between every day. So if we start on Sunday, we would rest Monday, and then we would work out Tuesday, rest Wednesday, work out again on Thursday, rest Friday, or work out Friday, and then rest Saturday and back through it. So that works out really good for a calendar week. You can get 3 days in and you get 4 days rest. And it works with our hours here at Cager. So that is the minimum recommended program to get some positive change. So that'd be the first one. The other one that we really prefer, and I think is more in that optimal range, is 5 days per week. Okay, so 5 days per week. So how do we do that? Should we do it 5 days in a row? No, definitely not. We want to split that up. And what we suggest is a 3 days on, 1 day off. It's really good for our calendar schedule, and I'll show you how that looks. And I'm going to write this in a 2-week block so you can see how we mix that up. So again, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So again, Saturdays are always off days because we're closed. Okay, so how do we make that one look? Again, I start the week out on Sunday. So we're going to hit 3 days on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then we're going to take a rest day here. Boom. And that leaves 2 more days open for working out. Thursday, Friday. Okay? So that'd be the optimum way. Work out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, rest Wednesday, work out Tuesday, or excuse me, Thursday and Friday. Okay, so that's 3 on, 1 off, 2 on. And then if we roll that into the next week, we can do a 2 on, 1 off, 3 on. So we alternate days of the week. So how that would look would be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Always Saturdays off. So first week you're gonna work out like that. Second week, we're gonna work out 2 days in a row. So that's gonna be Sunday, Monday, and then we're gonna rest on Tuesday. We're gonna work out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So there's basically 2 options to that 5 days a week. It's 3 on, 1 off, and then 2 on. And then you alternate the following week, 2 on, 1 off, and then 3 on. So that'd be 5 days total. So I think that range is definitely the optimal range to work out on. And here in a minute, I'm gonna lay out how that looks is with a scorecard, we're going to use intensity as our scorecard because we know that intensity is the route to adaptation or change or healthiness, because intensity is basically power output. So if we keep the intensity high for the most amount of days throughout the week, we're going to build that change that you guys want to see, whether that's getting healthier, being able to move more, or increasing your just overall capacity to be able to do things. So now I'm going to kind of lay this out in a scorecard so you guys can see how the 3 days on look, or 3 days a week, and then the 5 program, and then actually how that looks and how we would end up in an overtraining situation. Okay, so let's start building our scorecard. If we're working out 3 days a week, 5 days a week, or we're in the overtraining phase. So we'll say 6 days a week or more. Okay, so 3 days a week. What I like about this program and the way it works is 3 days a week, you're able to come out with pretty high relative intensity. And that intensity is based on your personal intensity level that you can maintain. So if we're coming out on Sunday, we're fired up, you've got a good rest day, you're gonna hit it hard. So we're gonna put our intensity level from 0 to 10, and 10 being the highest, which is, a lot of us probably won't achieve 10 on the intensity level. That's to the point where you're working out so hard, you literally almost pass out, or you do pass out. So intensity 10, it's almost unreachable. If it is, it's to the point where it's almost too high. So we ideally want to stay between like a 7 or 6 and 8 intensity range is what we're shooting for all the time. So we'll just mark that over here. 6 to 8 is our goal. Okay, so back to how 3 days a week look and how you can keep your intensity high and why it works. Okay, so we're coming out Monday. We're gonna hit a really good day because you're rested. You're gonna get an intensity level of 8. Really, really good. Then you're gonna get a rest day. And then I think you're gonna come back, you're gonna be able to hit another 8 on, let's say that is what we're gonna work out Sunday, and then so that would be Tuesday. So we're killing it. And then you're gonna rest, and then you're gonna come back Thursday, you're gonna hit another 8. So that looks like an overall score of 24. So that's a pretty good scorecard. 5 days a week, how that's gonna look, you're gonna come out, you're gonna hit that same 8, okay? Then you're not gonna get a rest day, which is okay. You're probably still gonna come back at an 8. Okay, we're feeling pretty good, 2 8s in a row. By the 3rd day, your intensity is gonna start to dip a little bit, which is okay because you're gonna be sore and those type of things. So I'm saying your intensity is probably gonna dip to probably a 7 here. So we're building a pretty good scorecard here already. We've got 16 plus 7, that's basically, we're at 23. So we're really close to 3 separated days. I think these days are gonna be a little bit better because you get a rest day in there, so you're at 23. But you still have 2 more days in this week to work out. So you're gonna rest, and I believe you're gonna come back at probably another 8, and let's say by the end of the week you're out 6. So right there, we've built another 14 in here. So our total week looks like 23 plus 14 is 37. So you got a pretty good scorecard going. So on the 3 times a week, we're at a 24 scorecard of intensity. 5 days a week, you're at 37. So you're pretty good here. Now, what I'll show you on 6 days a week, how this looks and why over time it can really hinder your progress. Okay, so if we're gonna work out 6 days in a week, you're gonna hit, let's say 8, 8, 7, okay? Just to match what we did there, 3 days in a row. But you're starting to get tired and wore out. So from here on, your intensity is really gonna suffer. I'm saying you're hitting 5s from here out. So you'll see that necessarily more days a week doesn't equal more results. Let's check the scorecard. So we're gonna be the same here, 8, 8, and a 7 is 23, okay? But if we go here to the 5s, that equals 15. Cool. So we're rolling at a 38 scorecard. So not much improvement for adding a whole extra day in. You're only 1 more on the intensity level. That seems good, right? We should always do 6 days a week because we're going to get 1 more. Well, it doesn't always, the results don't always show the more you do, the higher the results. Because what's going to happen here you're going to be able to maintain this week after week after week. So if we look at a 2-week time period, 37 plus 37 is 74. Cool. So that's our 2-week score, 74. So let's take this one out. 2-week score. We got 24 plus 24. We're going to be at 48 over 2 weeks. Okay, let's look down here. We're at a 38 that first week. But what's going to happen, you're going to start to really get tired. You're not going to recover properly. We're going to come down to this next week, and we're going to try to hit 6 days in a row. And your intensity will suffer that second week. We're going to be at like 7s here. Probably 6 by the 3rd day, and then we're going to be back down to probably 6. Okay, so if we add that up, the second week after your 6 days in a row, you're really going to suffer. We're going to be at a 14 here, plus 6, that's 20 for the first 3 days. And then we're going to go in here, and the last 3 days, you're going to put a 9 and a 4 together is 13. Okay, so that total for that second week of 6 days in a row is going to be a 33. Our intensity level is really starting to dip, and actually means it's less effective than that 37 by working out 4 days a week. So what's our 2-week total here look like? 38 plus 33 is, we're going to do that, 1 is basically a 71. So 71 after 2 weeks. You've put more time in, and after 2 weeks, you're already less effective. Okay, let's look out in a month. So if we go out 1 month, you're going to be able to hold this. So we're going to double that. So that's going to be 148. We're going to double that. So after a month, your score is 96. 148. Okay, we're rolling at 71 here. Do we think we're going to hold a 71 for a total of 142? No. Because after the 3rd week, you're going to continue that downward spiral, and we're going to end up in the probably 20s after week 3 and 4. So this is a scenario of overtraining. Okay? It doesn't work. 6 days in a row, it's bad. Don't do it, guys. Be smart about what we're doing. We want to stay in this optimal range, or even in the 3s, because over a long period of time, somebody working out 3 days a week and being very consistent at it will actually see more results than somebody down here going 6 days a week, not resting and recovering properly, because you're going to continue a downward spiral. What's going to happen after a month to 2 months, you're going to end up in a scenario where you're injured and you're not going to be able to train at all, so we're actually losing days of the week. These people up here are going to be consistently week after week adding to their overall scorecard. And remember, that scorecard is not for a month or 6 months or even a year. It's a lifetime of fitness. So this group in the long term is going to see the most results because they're consistent, they're resting properly, and they're putting in high intensity training sessions every time that they're in the gym, rather than we're pretty intense for a couple days and then we fall off the map and we're not intense, because the health benefits and changes are all coming from a very high intense workout every time you're here. Thanks for watching our video. I hope I didn't go too long. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm going to continue to put more videos out every week. I'm going to try one